Welcome back to the live stream coverage of the Youth Club Championships tournament here at the National Sports Center in Blaine, Minnesota. My name is Erin Maraca, and I am here with you for the U20 Mixed Final, which pits Seattle Bankroll against Southern California Powerline.
Zero, zero. Finals are about to start. Here we go.
We are underway. Seattle in the white jerseys, pulling to start. Powerline will start on offense. As I get used to these jersey colors, please bear with me. Powerline working with several men in the backfield, isolating the women in space. A shot over the top, blades to the ground, aided by a mac from the Seattle defender.
Kennedy, go harder!
Chili going. Let's go. Chili, Carly.
Carly's got Mark. You got Tyler. Up. Tyler. Up. Yeah, Kennedy, stay there.
Go.
Up. Yeah, Abby. There you go, one more.
Kennedy, make them respect you. Get up. Hey, it's back to person, back to person.
Hey, person. Get back.
Invert, Kennedy.
We're on Dylan.
Bird on Dylan.
Abby, bird.
Ava.
Carly. Good, Kenny. See Otis.
Yes, Otis. Otis chilling with that. No.
Don't do it, Otis.
Was incorrect about falling back into person defense. This Powerline zone still in effect. Even now, close to the end zone, switches and spaces covered in a team defensive strategy. A little bit of contact. There will be a stoppage. Bankroll with the disc. Very close to this end zone. Good bid effort there from Powerline. But Abby Hecko reels it in. Here's Maroka. Munoz. Game does have instructional observers available on the sideline. We really appreciate their service. Campana finds Munoz on an upline, and that is a break to start the game. This Bankroll mixed Seattle team, the only Seattle team to never win a championship. So very, very hungry as a unit with a lot of returners. As I mentioned, Campana has been on this team for 5 years. And I believe Stephanie Phillips has been on the team for 4. That look is number 21, KJ Koo. out to his teammate, number 18, Brown. Brown to Barry. Barry back to Koo. Around to Barry. Back to Brown. Barry up line. Again, a 3 male handler set here from Powerline. Interesting gender ratio choice. And Brown finds his teammate, whose number I cannot see. I believe it's Landisman for that goal for Powerline. The score is 1-1. Storm that raged on Friday night. Definitely making for softer fields. We might see a little bit of traction issues in certain parts of the field. But again, really lucked out here for this 4-day event to retain this positive weather and not have to reschedule or change any round times. Seattle finding that all the way through to Ostrowski, back to Lopez Escarez, and then out to Hasbrook. Hasbrook looking for a reset, finds Tong. Tong out to Lopez Escarez, and outside to Alexander Katz. A very clean effort there on offense. Seattle up 2-1 on this San Diego Powerline team. Really excellent backhand IO break there, opening up space. And a well-placed disc here past a bidding defender. Seeing a lot more spectators come out and line these fields. Of course, we're adjacent to other finals and other divisions, and a lot of exciting games going on in kind of a small amount of space all at once. It should make for a really interesting and intense environment. Powerline centers to Barry. Landisman receives the disc up line from his teammate Brown. A little bit of a miscommunication there.
Come on, this is where you do it. Let's go, let's go. Do it, go handle. Work, Barry.
Talk to Calvin.
Hey, Calvin, behind you, you're right.
You're one behind.
Roca will set up the disc, working with Wrong in the backfield. Out wide to Baker. A little bit of a poach look here from Powerline as well. It looked like they had a lady defender, Dickinson, sitting in the middle under space and a male defender over the top. So Powerline able to take over on offense right now, eating up a lot of yards with this undercut from Sudame to Brown. Brown to a streaking receiver, number 13, Ava Hanna. Good work there by the Powerline crew to find an open receiver with separation. Hannah with the closing speed to beat her player to that cone. We're all tied up today here on the Monday championship day twos in this mixed final. San Diego pulls to Seattle. Quick work by the Seattle offense. And an errant upline throw from Ostrowski. Looks like she was looking for Phillips. Powerline resetting to Dykes. Upfield to Hannah. Lauren Hannah working in the backfield this time. Powerline showing a lady back handler set on this one. Koo with the disc. Looking for over the top to Dykes. Can he reel it in? No. A help defender into that space. 3 white shirts, 1 blue shirt. Looks like Dykes believes a foul. Indicating that there was contact over one of his shoulders during that play. Be able to see that again. Dykes will have the disc on the front line of the end zone. Around to Hannah, around to Koo, and that big swing is a little bit too high for go. Cats. As we move upfield, a little bit of wind picking up and blading that flick throw from Ostrowski. Looking for Hasbrook on that one. Powerline takes over on offense. A good full field swing here. Tong. No, that's not Tong. That's Butler. Butler with the disc for Powerline. She'll reset through Hannah. Working with Koo. A timeout. I think we can all agree that the level of talent is much higher every year that this tournament goes on. Nice dig there by Hannah. Around to Dykes. Dykes needs a reset. He'll find Koo. Nice backhand around, here to go. Go back to Dykes. Dykes lasering a low release. It will come back. Dykes finds Hannah for a reset. To Schwartz. Out to Koo. Good defense here by Seattle to force a number of looks. Nearly defended there by Phillips, and then actually defended there by number 3, Lopez Esquez. This defense by Lopez Esquez in the Esquez. Great defensive effort there from Seattle in the red zone. Not easy to do at any level. And while Esquez and go up for the disc to her early, Ostrowski with the veteran read. Here we see Phillips with an excellent pivot and fake to get her backhand break open, and she finds Lopez Esquez, and that is a goal for Seattle. Little details that can make or break plays. Powerline receiving. Seattle showing a zone look here. It's a little bit like a bit of a handler poach with a bigger shape in the backfield to contain downfield receivers. Sudame anchoring the handler set as the swing continues. Brown coming back into the handler set to help out. As I mentioned, both of these teams, of course, playing each other in pool play in a very close game, and having the benefit of having one extra kind of rep between them has given maybe Seattle a little bit more strategic guidance. Certainly feels like they were prepared to come zone against this team. Landisman, back to Sadame, back to Landisman. Powerline still very near their own end zone here, looking to find a window to either go through or over the top of this zone. High release flick to Landisman, over to Sudami. Hammer over the top, breaks open the space. Nice throw by Sudame. Landisman in the middle to Brown, to Landisman, out to the edge. And he is in.
All right, now we go.
Fire! Chris, front corner!
I believe that was Barry on the receiving end of that. Which can be hard for kind of limited season all-star teams to create and foster. Koo will pull for Powerline. Looks like Powerline will play person defense. And the wind immediately having an impact on that break backhand, path of which would have had to travel upwind there, so it pops. And again, right there, Hannah to Koo. A little bit of extra power put on that.
Yeah, John!
Ostrowski. Big handler swing here. Lazo, Koo hammering over the top with remarkable precision, finding Cloutier in the end zone. That's a break. San Diego will go up 4-0. Woo! 3. Number of these Powerline players will be in this game, so let's see how they come out on D for this point. Stephanie Phillips working in the backfield, content to go every other. Powerline does seem to be in a zone look, but Stephanie Phillips doesn't care. Good movement here by Seattle. Working quickly through the zone. Munoz now will find a wide open Hazel Ostrowski. Offensive point for Seattle there. We are tied up at 4s here. This is Mark Munoz with the pull. Sudame will field that pull, and center, I believe to Brown. Not gonna lie to you folks at home, these Powerline jerseys are hard to catch a number on. I'm doing my best. I believe this is Koo to Brown. Brown puts it up, looking for Landisman, and he goes over the top. A very, very clean.
Good job.
5-4 Powerline.
Barry, I got you, Barry. Good ball. Barry, under. Not Barry. Jacqueline. Come on, Jacqueline. With her,
Question from her defender about whether or not she was in the end zone, so a celebration began with a mark on. Good concentration there. A good pull from Munoz nonetheless. Will be centered. Sudame to Koo. Landisman will fire to Brown.
So 5-5.
It's just easier. Williams wants to be the one to go every other this year, much like Phillips did the last time Powerline threw a zone. We'll find the disc on the high side with Abby Hecko. She's looking for a reset. Back to Williams. Williams looking for intended receiver was Drea Baroma. Powerline back on O. Brown and Landisman miscommunicate. Good handler motion here. Munoz clearly putting up a trust throw for Williams. Into space. U20 divisions who are essentially investing in U17 teams to start a program so that they can sustain. It's been really interesting to hear those stories over the course of the weekend. So Seattle in a bit of a junk look here, forcing an over top throw, but Koo is over on that sideline. Good width-wise swing here, ends with Brown, through to Barry, out to Koo. Koo looking for an over-the-top blade look, but instead finds Hannah through the middle. She shreds it to Landisman. Out to Barry, out to Brown. Through to Landisman. Seattle zone perhaps seeking to slow down those isolation plays that have been so successful already this game. Barry to Koo. Seattle still in the zone. Even though we're into the red zone, great grab there by Brown on a crossfield hammer. And Brown is able to find a receiver despite a bidding Williams. That's number 12, Dickinson. Dickinson, of course, part of that Long Beach Legacy, Virginia Beach National Champion team. A lot of experience in kind of these high.
Six. KJ!
Come on.
Yeah, Ava.
Come on, Ava.
Come on, Lisa.
Emily, stick with her.
Get out of here.
Let's go, Molly!
The back of her leg there, so Wrong will come in with the disc. Munoz trying to get open. Wrong finding 13, Sophia Palmer. Palmer now looking for a reset, finding Tong. Munoz back with the disc, back to Palmer. Palmer out to space to Ostrowski, and she has number 21, Wrong. Right to left across your screen, perhaps they will be able to do so. Munoz puts up a big pull. Sudame will field and center, working with Barry in the backfield. Sudame to Brown. Brown ripping a little low release backhand, but here's Wrong picking up for Bankroll. Around to Munoz.
Come on, Molly!
Munoz, puck over the top, looking for Brown. A little bit misread. Oh, that's entirely my fault. Obviously, Brown was on defense. So sorry. It's been a long day for me, too. Powerline now throws to Brown, who has it on this near sideline, and he puts up a bender. It will come back into bounds, and an amazing catch there.
Oh, wow. Wheels.
Yes! Go, ladies, go! Go, ladies, go! Is that in bounds? Oh, my!
We'll get to see it again. When he put up this throw, I thought it was long gone, but it arcs back in to the back corner, and we're seeing a great play here. Wheeler whether or not her first point of contact was inbounds or out of bounds, a hard call for anyone to make, especially without the benefit of that replay camera. Of course, USA Ultimate providing that opportunity as well. So the disc goes back to the Powerline O.
That was dirty, Vanessa. 100% V. 100% V. Yeah!
And agree. Beeler with a sneaky little backhand into Landisman. She'll get the reset as well. Beeler perhaps a little fired up after her play. Wants to do it again for her team. So she finds Landisman up line in space to bring it back to 7.
7-7 for half to get the break back. Nice pull.
Yeah, Lauren. Vanessa. Here we go. All under, Vanessa. Inside, inside, inside.
Yes, Steph. Sophia, great patience.
KJ, under. Big, one big. Oh, wow.
Yeah! Yes! Woo!
First names on the back of their jerseys so that you can tell them apart, which is very considerate. Appreciate that. A little bit of contact on that up line with Koo. Koo resetting to Brown. Brown back to Koo. Hammer from Koo. Does troll here. Munoz. Ooh. Oh, and it looks like Beeler was able to come down with that. Momentary confusion as the Seattle women looked at each other. Landisman through to Hannah. That's Ava to her sister Lauren. And Lauren finds Beeler in the end zone.
Oh! Beast!
And that's a break to take half here in a very exciting matchup. Beeler providing a lot of fire for her team right now. And a couple different excellent plays. Well, as we chances for us to see the plays, recent plays from the last few points, Beeler making a mark on this game so far, in addition to Landisman and Phillips, Munoz, of course. Been really good to see these two young mixed teams start to feel more comfortable using all of the personnel at their disposal. A grinded out matchup that I'm sure will continue to produce highlight level plays. great play here. Welcome back to the live coverage of this 2018 YCC Mixed Championship game in the U20 Division. We're here watching Disc Northwest Bankroll versus San Diego Powerline in a very heated contest. Pull from Powerline. They were able to break to take half. And Seattle will field the pull and center to Phillips, who very comfortable running the show for the Seattle O-line. In fact, took over an entire zone to offense point basically by herself. So interesting to see here a person-to-person matchup for Powerline. It seems pretty effective, creating some tight windows. And a D there by Looks like number 12, Kelly Dickinson, got her hands on that.
Yeah, great downfield defense created the opportunity for that to happen. Nothing going on downfield means you got to go to the handler set.
Powerline with a chance here. We'll reset to Lauren Hanna. Back to Landisman.
Oh, nice grab.
To Hannah. Nice snag there by Go to keep possession alive. Landisman. He'll fire out to Lazo a bit too far.
Christian, great catch.
I was about to say, I love how patient they're being, and then they took a tough shot.
Looks like there's an immediate foul call on a throw here as Seattle retakes possession. That's Tong. And Tong's swing is too far, and 15, Cloutier will reel in that Callahan. What a big break for Powerline. Wow.
Wow, if you want to take momentum coming out of half, that is how you do it. And Seattle now has a tall task in front of them. Not only are they down 2, they are really underwater here in terms of the momentum game. It's going to take some extreme resilience.
After Brian's, Callahan, we're up 9-7.
Now gotta go, John! Gotta go, John!
No line, no.
Want a repeatable result. Campana going up line. That's Maroka to skying Williams. That is the second time that Williams has gotten the better of his matchup in an air battle. Great work there. Good momentum shift for Seattle to take that right back.
Yeah, that's Otis for you. He gets big in big moments. And a little floaty on that upwind pass. You're right, that upwind end zone is a challenge sometimes, but when you've got an athlete.
9-8 power line.
Yeah, Powerline. Yeah, Calvin. Hit Shiv. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Back pocket, Otis. Forehand. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, KJ.
That's fine.
Yeah, Danny. Tyler behind. Yeah, Calvin. Yeah, KJ.
Danny, go Danny.
Real Tyler, he's got the handler. Real Tyler.
Hot, Joe, hot, hot, hot. Thank God, Shiv. Hot, get it. Come on, Otis. Nice, Danny. Now do it. 100% Shiv. Nice. Anytime. Nice, Danny.
Landisman to Brown. Brown goes around outside, and Landisman is able to rip that down, and our instructional observers confirm that that is in. So we are into double digits now. It's 10-8 Powerline.
Yeah, son! Way to get dirty!
Yeah, I love how Brown is stepping out wide. I think, you know, sometimes you just got to let your teammate go and make a play on that one and put it out to
Powerline, of course, made the final last year, but lost to the Bay Area Happy Cows in a bit of a California mashup. But so far in 2008, they have a 16-1 record over the course of their season on grass. And of course, many of them won a Beach Nationals with that Long Beach Legacy Mixed team. A lot of gravitas on such a young team. Great bid there by Phillips, but that throw is just a bit outside. So we give Powerline and Koo another opportunity.
Yeah, this is a pressure cooker moment for the Seattle O-line. Turning it over early. Now they got to dig in, try to earn the disc back.
So we'll find Hannah to Lazo on that far sideline. Lazo needs a reset here. And he'll find Beeler having a standout game, and she finds one of the Hannah sisters. That's Ava, and that's another goal. And it is now all of a sudden 11-8 San Diego.
I'm really going to be watching the body language of Seattle coming out of this point. You know, when you look around the field right now, you can see some really tough emotions coming from the Seattle players, and that is normal. That is going to happen. This is a huge challenge right now for the Seattle.
It's 11-8 Powerline.
Energy in these situations. Otis Williams coming down with another sky for his team. He knows.
That's Otis.
You know Otis well enough to know where he's headed to school next, or?
Yeah, he's headed back to high school next year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's from the south side of Seattle, You know, if you're from Seattle and you're a youth ultimate player, you've known about Otis.
11-9, Powerline. Just walk it in, just walk it in.
Later, girl. PX, recover. PX, recover.
Look at KJ.
PX, get tighter.
Ava, come a little deeper.
Stay right there.
Yes, good. Yeah, Ava.
There's Barry.
Stay right there.
Run hard.
Man, man. Ava, you're
Hey, go get it, sweetie. Go get it. Go get it, Ava.
Go back, get the disc. Go get the disc, Ava. Ava, go get the disc.
Good.
Yes, Carly, yes. Way to hunt. Way to hunt. Chris, work. Chris, work.
Yes, KJ.
Yes, like everyone needs a role model, and we have to be able to see them. We have to be able to see them doing the things that we envision ourselves doing. And yeah, I love that we're showcasing mixed ultimate in this game. I love that we're showcasing, there's people of color in this game. There's like everything, you know, we're moving in such a great direction when we're creating opportunities for everyone.
Koo is looking for one of the Hannah sisters up line, but the lanes are tight, but he will find Lauren Hannah through a minefield of Seattle defenders anyway. And that is another point for...
Swing it, swing it. Oh my God. No. Oh yes. Woo!
Powerline, rather, who seem to be on a bit of a momentum roll here.
These last 3 goals for Powerline have been scored from what we call the coffin corner, the forehand trap side corner of the end zone, and that is so impressive that they're able to find that space. And
12-9.
Let's go, PX! Let's go, PX!
Now it's 12-9. No round.
Definitely not insurmountable. And when you have players like these, they can surprise you, Maroka.
Oh, love how she used that shimmy to open up the window. Nice little trailing grab.
And that's Ostrowski. Of course it's Ostrowski. That's my bad. She's been all over the field today already.
If you've got a power D-line to throw, this is that time if you're down.
Great pull there. Powerline seeing this Seattle zone.
Oh, take away the men!
Stay with Danny. Stay with Danny.
Hey, Kennedy, don't let him throw it over you anymore. Kennedy, don't let him throw it over you anymore. Right, Munoz, take that away.
And just let them throw a bunch of easy passes, which keeps them in rhythm. If this is me and this is the teams that I coach, I'm looking to put their O-line in a pressure situation.
Take your time.
And that's the danger of when you play zone, is you just give up a lot of easy passes.
It also takes a lot more time. And time, it will become a factor pretty quickly here if Seattle wants to get this break back. Koo on that high side again through Landisman, and Barry out to Hannah. She will find Brown. Again, good horizontal motion here. Landisman. Seattle still in this poachy look, not fired out of it into person, looks like to me. And they are able to find a streaking receiver, but instructional horizontal motion here. Landisman. Seattle still in this poachy look, not fired out of it into person, looks like to me. And they are able to
Yeah,
There you go.
that's the stall signal. Looks like contested stall coming in on 8. Coming on 9, sorry.
Landisman able to reset to Brown, and there is a lone offender, alone in that back corner. So Powerline, another goal.
You know who I was really impressed with was Hannah at that point. She's just so composed. She seems to be a super reliable reset out there, and she was always in the right spot at the right time. You know, what you want from your O handlers is...
So that'll be fun for her. A couple other players still a number of years in high school, and 2 15-year-olds
wow.
on this team. Nice streaking up line from Zachariah. Working with Munoz in the backfield.
Mark Munoz actually plays for the pro team in Seattle, the Seattle Cascades.
How old is he?
Munoz, yeah, this is tough.
Interesting spacing to start off this O point for Powerline. And immediately, Zachariah able to take advantage and get a layout D.
Zachariah made a heads-up play there. He knew his player was just cutting and clearing, and he stayed with his eyes up in the lane, saw the throw go up, and made a play.
Good swing here. Munoz to Williams. 2 of the catalysts of this team so far today. Finding Campana, and she finds number...
It looked like there was some type of call going on downfield. I think maybe a pick, and that's why the goal came back to the thrower.
Nice swing here to Zachariah. Zachariah back to Ostrowski. Ostrowski around to Williams. And Williams will find Munoz on that full swing side. A lot of energy there. Still a hold for Seattle, right? So here we go. Here we go.
That's a hold that feels like a break because they started that from that timeout on defense. So that is the exact type of energy. Like, we need to trust that coaching, play some one-on-one defense, and make a play.
Munoz pulling for Seattle. Ku will center to Sudame
here we
for
go.
Powerline.
Looks like some person D. Yeah, this is exactly what Seattle's doing, trying to generate something with a one-on-one matchup.
And here we'll see Landisman finding Ku. Nope, 14. My bad.
Yeah, I like the idea of going person. I also like the idea. Well, you know what? Like, I like fronting here and like making them put the ball up.
14-11. 14-11. KJ with the pull. 1 break for a national championship.
Go, 14-11. Get back in there. Get back in there. Get back in there. That's gonna work. Oh, she had that.
KJ, you got one back, but you're fine. You got a screen? Yes. Oh, she touched it.
And Zachariah looking for, I think, number 9 or number 0, Paris. And Paris looking for Munoz right over the top of everything, a little more efficient than maybe Powerline had planned.
For Powerline, right? If you're Seattle, you want one of those rhythm O points, score quickly. You know, I love the idea from Powerline. It's just like really great mental fortitude from the Seattle O-line. Not this season, but I suspect that these two have known each other for a while, and that's like a trust move. You know, Munoz is thinking, hey, check out my setup. Boom, he goes deep and gets hit with that nice sort of flat, little bit of blade forehand. Here we go, championship point.
Brown has the disc on the high sideline, guarded by Williams, and he will put up a rip to Landisman, and a help defender in Campana.
That's a big block from Campana.
Good recognition there.
I love how the angle that she took got in front of the defender.
And here we see Paris on that downfield reception, and Seattle within striking distance of this end zone. And he hits number 2, Drea Baroma. What an incredible point that is. We are within 1, Rio.
South End Ultimate coming up. Big right now. That's Drea. She's from Franklin. Okay, South End. Here we go.
Awesome to see. Paris made a big play, I think, in the last point as well. So when your number is called, you step up. Comebacks have happened over the course of the weekend, some of which have worked out and some of which have not, but something to be proud of. And
Get down there! Let's stop that first throw!
mental fortitude and trust your teammates. And
See the approach. Take your time.
Follow your float. Follow your float.
Mark to your right.
of a too tight IO, and number 19, Quan Anika, is in that lane.
That's on.
Hand block, Danny, hand block. Closer, closer.
Reset there. A little bit of confusion or stoppage. The disc will go back with Quan.
I'm looking at the sidelines here a little bit. You can see the nerves starting to build for San Diego, and you can see the hope starting to build for Seattle.
Upfield to Paris. Munoz left unguarded, but Paris puts up to Otis Williams, who just reads it better. Incredible comeback here. We are tied up at 14. Talk to me, Rio. Rio is beside himself. He has no words, but he does have a neon hat. And that's all you need sometimes.
This is the best.
I'm glad you could join us.
This is the best, and like, you know, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm from Seattle, and I'm loving what I'm seeing, but mostly I'm loving that. Really, just when I watch sports, I cheer for great games,
absolutely.
And like that's what we're getting. We're getting great opportunities for youth. We're getting great broadcast opportunity for everyone in the United States and across the world to see. It's just awesome. It's just awesome.
Sneak peek at the future of our sport, for sure. Boy, that's terrifying as an older human being.
Wow.
To know that these kids are going to show up in club teams already. Probably some of them are, but pretty soon they're just going to have a leg up on the whole competition. And boy, college ultimate is going to be pretty glorious to watch if this is the kind of talent that continues to feed into these programs. Well, time on our clock seems to be running down, and I am stranded up on top of a scaffold and don't have all the information, but it seems to be game to 15 and universe, but I hope that I'm not misleading you at all. There have been a few times this weekend where something happened down on the field and the game was over and we didn't know about it. So won't try to get you too jazzed for nothing, but we'll try to confirm.
I love Powerline sending Hannah deep on that first cut. Great defense by Annika.
It's good bid there by Hannah. She'll reset to Koo.
This is a lot of points in a row for both this same D-line and this O-line. It's going to be a gritty point.
Lazo with the disc in the middle wants a reset. He'll find Koo. Koo drew the Paris matchup. Brown drew the Williams matchup. Brown will put it up for Landisman. And that appears to be it. Powerline able to find their favorite receiver to score on Universe point. Such an exciting finish to this game as time expires.
That is a gutsy shot, and I am so proud of both of those players for making those plays. That is, man, throwing an away shot into tight coverage. Wow, that is going to be a memory for San Diego Ultimate for a long time, and they have a lot to be proud of. Those San Diego coaches have a lot to be proud of. San Diego players have a lot to be proud of, and so does Seattle.
Absolutely. Well, on behalf of Mario O'Brien, I want to thank you for joining us for this live coverage of the U20 Mixed Final here at the 2018 YCC Championship Tournament here at the National Sports Center in Blaine. It has been quite a ride over the last 4 days of coverage, and we've really appreciated having you. Feel free to leave us a note in the comments section so that we can interact later. But boy, we could not have asked for a better finish or a better game to watch and spectate. Really enjoyed being part of this broadcast by Fulcrum Media and brought to you by USA Ultimate. And I hope to see you next time. I've been Erin Maraca. Have a great afternoon.
this incredible catch, like leaning back with his right hand. He's a lefty, so his right hand, and that was really cool to watch. Great. He did a lefty backhand to me in the finals, and that was really fun to watch and catch. Because I was like, wow, I don't throw that sometimes. Our offense is doing pretty well. They threw zone, and we kind of crushed their zone. Pretty solid with a disc. He had an insane hammer to Brian for our first break of the game, which was really good. So me and Danny just can't connect apparently. I had a drop, which was a hook from Danny. On offense, I had 2 turnovers. One was like an execution hook to Danny. Which was really nice. She had some really nice high backhands, which came out of nowhere.
The one to Danny after they called her out.
Yeah, just like went through 2 hands.
She honestly, like, he was kind of open, and she's just like, okay, you're gonna get it, and it was so good.
Yeah, there were her upline throws were just, she put them out early, she put out to space, just let our handlers run onto them. Another pivotal moment in that game was 7-7, and we were starting on defense. So it's like kind of a 2 break point there, because if we lose that point, then they're up a break and we have to break twice to win. But because we broke that point, we are on serve and we don't have to. If we just hold the rest of the way, we win, which we ended up doing basically. We won on serve. So that was really important. Brian Cloutier.
He got a freaking Callahan in the finals.
Yeah, Callahan in the finals, which is huge. So me and Danny just can't connect apparently. In the finals alone, there were like 2 or 3 upline throws that she had that were crucial for us. Yeah. On defense, I kind of got roasted by Otis a bit. (13-11) or something to go up on to get to game point. He just starts at like the 20-yard line, and this guy's like sliding behind him, and he just runs all the way to the end zone, and this guy's like 30 yards behind him by the time he catches the disc in the end zone. He's just so open.
Yeah. There's even a girl poaching on him. She still couldn't catch him. Or get in the way.
He just ran past her as she was running. Yeah, it was
so good.
It's just unfair to watch sometimes. 14-12 was our first O point that we got broken that half. I put up an IO flick up to Danny. One of their girls, Carly Campana, poached on it. Danny tripped on her. I think he could have gotten the disc if he didn't trip, but he did, and it was a really well-timed poach from her. And they just worked it down, or I think they hucked it, and then got it on the goal line and worked it in. Blady flick goes up. I thought I didn't really have a lot of time, so I went and jumped really early, and then it floated a lot more than I thought, and he just kind of got it right there. Kid hit the disc, hit me on the backhand side for just like a swing cut kind of. Otis was forcing me backhand. I saw Danny downfield, and he was on the backhand side of his guy. So one of these defensive players had messed up, and I saw he had steps, and he had the mismatch. So I kind of just put it out into space for him, over the poach, or like past the poach that was there. And then Danny made a play and got the disc. We won.
I'm just so happy we won. That's just honestly the best thing. Like, it didn't really hit me in the moment that we were national champions, but as we like went home and I had my medal on, I'm like, oh, we won. We actually did it. Like, we set a goal in the beginning of the season, and it was really nice to execute that goal and really finish with a bang.
No more being coached by my dad, like, ever again. It's great.
All right, on that note.